Zebby's Little Audios. Hello, everyone. Here's that Q&A I promised you like 2 months ago. Sorry it took me so long. Life's been busy. Things have been crazy. But I'm just going to get right into it. Hopefully this doesn't turn out to be like 3 hours long like other Q&As have been. I'm going to just speed through it. I'm sorry if my answers are just very short and blunt, but like I'm just going to get through it. The first 12 questions comes from NatBat. NatBat12857. Oh my god. Is it okay if I have a few questions? And you asked 12 of them. It's funny. Alright, well, I'll get through them. What made you start doing these audios? So I started doing these audios back, was it 6 years ago now? Before that, I did artwork, and before that, I was a writer. But I got into script writing for a ASM artist, and we were pretty close for a while, but unfortunately we had a falling out, and it led to me just making my own channel and making my own content. So that's kind of where I had my start. That's pretty much it. Two, do you enjoy doing it for the sake of others? Yes, I love helping people. I love people telling me that I've helped them and like I've gotten them through some dark times. I've saved a couple lives. People said they were like on the edge and like they listened to my content and all of this, not all of a sudden, but just like I helped them realize, they could be safe. They could have a safe space. And I'm happy I give that to people. I'm happy people look up to me for that. It's nice. Um, Number three, how do you like to celebrate Christmas? I love Christmas, but I also love Halloween. I love Halloween more, to be honest with you. Christmas, though, I celebrate it quietly with my family. If I'm invited to parties, sometimes I'll go. But usually I just like it nice, quiet, like hot cocoa. I love hot cocoa. I don't like the cold though. I am dreading this cold that we have now. It's just horrible. There's ice everywhere. It's not fun. I want to go somewhere warmer, to be honest with you. Number four, do you have a mommy or daddy to look after you? I do. Yes. Quite a few mommies I talk to. I'm not committed to anyone currently. But I would say I'm poly, and I don't really want to take on any more people to talk to. To be honest with you, littles or bigs, anybody. It's just a lot right now. But yeah. Number five, how do you feel about pugs? They're cute. They're very cute, but I don't think I've ever pet a pug, to be honest with you. I've seen them in, the wild, I guess, like people walking their dogs and stuff. But I've never actually pet one. I do feel bad though, because they seem to have like trouble breathing, because their faces are so smushy. Yeah. Six, got any phobias? Not really. My brother has a fear of heights and spiders, and I don't have those fears. I drive a cherry picker at work, and I go all the way in the air, like 30 feet in the air, and I have no fear being up there at all. I'm completely numb to that fear. Um, the only thing I would say I fear is when you're in like a pool or something and your feet doesn't touch the bottom, because I don't really swim that well. Like I can swim, but it's just like it's just like a weird fear I have. Like, oh, my feet aren't touching the bottom. I sink like a stone, and I feel like I'm gonna like go under. You know what I mean? So it's not a pleasant feeling. Um, that's pretty much it though. Favorite animal? Honestly, dogs. I love dogs. Dogs and cats are nice. I love cats too. But I've always had dogs my whole life. Like, yeah, I would say dogs are my favorite animal. Favorite color, green, but I also really like purple a lot, so kind of both of them. Number nine, do you like Hazbin Hotel? Yes, I love Hazbin Hotel. I've watched it 3 times over. I'm watching it again with some friends on Discord, and I just finished it with my brother, like both seasons. But I've watched it like 3 times over already. So, yes, I love Sir Pentious. He's my favorite character. I see that's the next question. Sir Pentious is just great. He's just a very sensitive guy, very loving, just kind. He's a pretty good dude. I like him. Have you ever been recognized for your voice in public? No, and thank God I have not. Because I would probably go into the bathroom and tear my hair out because that would be very frightening if someone just recognized me. Um, and 12, last one. Have you been doing all right lately? Could be better. I want the snow to melt. I'm taking a trip next month, so that's fun. So I have things that I'm looking forward to at least, and that's something I could say is as long as you have something looking forward to, like a trip or just even seeing like a movie coming out soon or hanging out with friends, it keeps you in good spirits. Like I can't really say I'm doing terrible. I'm just kind of just waiting for the good stuff to happen, and just just taking it day by day. That's all you got to do. Um, but yeah, that's all your questions there, and that's moving on. Alfie Sundine, Alfie's Undyne 9031. Okay, I'm sorry. I know that's from Undertale. I love Undertale's music. I've never actually played Undertale though. But I'll read your question here. I don't know if this might be what you're looking for when it comes to questions, but what are some ways to be little as a closeted little like to help me regress more into little space? Oh, I see. Here's what I did when I didn't really tell anybody. I had a shoebox. And I kept it underneath my computer desk. And it was very, very hidden to the point where you had to take out like a whole drawer to get to it. And in that shoebox, I had a pacifier. I had just some books that I was reading. I got them off Amazon. I'm not going to say which books. But it was just small stuff like that. I even had like a little canister of baby powder too, like a little like dollar one. And I was making when I first got into the community. I was literally hand making my own diapers at one point. But just stuff like that is just nice to keep on hand, even if like you're in the closet about it, even if like you don't want people to know. It's still nice in the privacy of your own room to have the door locked and just just have a little bit of little time, here and there. You don't have to fully indulge with it. No one's asking you to get a onesie or a whole pack of diapers or something, and it can be very scary, especially if it's your first time. You often wonder, is this going to be discreet? Is my family going to get this package before I do? Stuff like that. So, I would say just do those things I mentioned. Like the little space audio, stuff like that. You can still enjoy little space without, fully indulging it with it, Even talk to some people online. Talk to other ABs or whatever. And, just get ideas too. Just small things here and there. If you take baths, you can get, like the washable markers and stuff. Or, not washable. They're like bath time markers that, like, wash off really easily. So you can like play around in the tub, have like a little space in the bathtub, and it's easy to clean up too. And like a rubber ducky or something too, keep you company, like bath toys. But yeah, definitely recommend a pacifier. Something small you can hide. Like you can have like a shoebox or something like I mentioned. Keep it hidden under your bed. If you have the luxury of having a desk that has detachable drawers, maybe put it underneath the drawer. That's what I did with my like shoebox, and it worked out pretty good for a while. That's what I would recommend. Moving on. Renee Mitchell 1793. I've got one. If you're not busy making videos, what are some other things you like to do for fun? Video games. I like to play video games. I've been playing a lot of Anomaly, finding horror games lately. Like I just got done The Cabin Factory and also Who's at My Door. Those are two games I just fully beat. They were very fun. I also like to hang out with my friends. I like to watch horror movies. Sometimes I watch anime. And sometimes I just sleep. I take a lot of naps here and there when I'm off. Because, just my bed is comfy. I like to sleep. Sleep is nice. That's pretty much it. I've got two small questions. Oh, I'm sorry. Yamada Dahiza. I'm so sorry. I butchered your name. I'm so sorry. I got 2 small questions. Love you, Zebby. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Number 1, what is Zebby's favorite food when he regresses? I like animal crackers, by the way. Favorite food? I don't really have one, but I do like mashed potatoes, and there's a store nearby that does loaded twice baked potatoes, and they're so good. Just eating them on their own, like I could eat them hot or cold. It's just like a nice soft food that's like delicious. It's good stuff. I guess that would be my answer for that. I don't really have a little food. Baby food is terrible. I have like a circle water bottle, and you could change the flavors out with the cartridges and stuff. But when I'm holding it and I'm drinking it, sometimes it does feel like a baby bottle almost. So, I mean, I guess that kind of would be like a little thing I do in a weird way. But yeah, like little foods, not too many of those. Number 2, what is your favorite cartoon or show to watch when you regress? I like Bluey and My Little Pony. I also really like Bluey. Bluey's great. There's one other one, not necessarily My Little Pony. I've gotten into My Little Pony here and there with like one of my exes, but yeah, no, it's just not for me. I guess my answer would be Bluey. All right. Next question. Next person. Nio. Oh my god, I'm so sorry with these names. Nio EXE. Nioxy. I'm so sorry. What got you into DDLG in the first place? What was there a moment you realized the Dom caregiver role suited you? Probably when I started making audios. Closer to when I was 18, I was probably like 18, 19, 20, around there. And I started getting into the idea of finding a partner who would do stuff like this with me. I more so was looking for a mommy at first, and I think it wasn't until I was maybe like 24 that I got into my first like DDLG relationship. There was a couple before that, maybe like 23. 22, 23, I'll say, around there is when I got into it. I don't know if there's an exact moment. It's just nice being able to take care of someone and give them something. Treat others how you want to be treated, as the saying goes, because it was pretty much how I wanted to be treated. I wanted to be taken care of, and I wanted to be babied, but I spent years looking for someone and, couldn't find anybody to do that for me, so I switched. I was like, all right, you know what? I'll have a better luck being a daddy. And yeah, I've had several relationships where I was a daddy, and I've loved it. I've loved it each time. Sometimes it just gets a little one-sided for me personally with the partners I've had. The partners I've had not necessarily are bad people, but just like it was more so one-sided, like I was doing the babying. I wasn't really getting much in return as far as babying. Even if I was asking for it, I still wasn't getting much. So it kind of just drains you a bit, you know what I'm saying? It's like you're not getting your needs met, and eventually you kind of just get unhappy. And that's sometimes is what has happened to me before. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Next one, Sarah Princess 5044. How are you doing mentally, emotionally, physically? Mentally, okay. Physically, okay. Emotionally, okay. Like the past couple days have been a little stressful for me, if I'm honest. So maybe not the best emotionally. Like I've been having migraines and being a little strained out, but I think that's because like I've just been thinking a lot about stuff, if that makes sense. So it's like taking a toll mentally, I guess. But overall, I'm okay. I'm fine. Next one. Evan Richardson 2002. I have a couple questions. I apologize if these were answered before. Number one, have you seen or heard of Rooster Teeth series RWBY, Ruby? Yes, I've heard of it. I've not seen many of it. I don't know much about it, to be honest with you. I'm sorry. Next one. What's your favorite thing to do in little space? That's a good question. Get babied. Have someone help me feel little. Chores, honestly, weirdly enough, being told to do chores and given commands, that helps me feel small. Anything that makes me feel like I'm not in control, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm being told, like, oh, you need to make sure these chores are done or you're getting punished, like, that's a huge thing for me, because it's like, oh, now I feel like I need to obey, and it's like, I'm not in control. I can't just lay in my bed and take a nap. It's like, I need to get this done, you know what I mean? Next one, do you have a favorite cartoon to watch on Disney Plus during Little Space? Yeah, I answered this a little earlier in the video here, but Bluey. And last one, which superhero is your favorite? The Justice League has been my favorite since childhood. Superhero. I grew up liking Spider-Man. I did. Then I liked the Hulk for a while. And now currently I don't really like the Hulk at all. The Hulk is just kind of a very bare bones superhero, to be honest. I like Doctor Strange a bit. I'm going to say Spider-Man. I would say Spider-Man. There, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man is like near and dear to my heart. Growing up with those movies. Thank you for reading and answering. I've been listening to your audios for a while now, and I never caught a Q&A. It really helps when I'm feeling sad or bored. Hope you have a great and blessed Christmas this year. Thank you so much. Way past Christmas now. It's like almost a month out. It's over a month after. It's almost February. People are writing me Merry Christmas, Zebby. Oh, I'm so sorry, but thank you. I hope you had a great Christmas too. Oh, man. Liana the Goddess 8827. What's your safe space when little? My safe space. Comfort, just being comforted. And sometimes when I get really, really little, I feel guilty about a lot of stuff. I'll get a little emotional. I'll be apologetic. I'll be questioning if I've done the right thing. Here and there. Sometimes it takes its toll on me. My safe space, I guess, would be my bedroom, and just watching like a cartoon or a movie or something, while babied up, and having someone there to baby me if I can have a friend do that for me. That's pretty much it. We have Sweet Tragedy, spelled with 2 3s instead of 2 E's. That's an interesting name. I like that. Sweet_tragedy. What's your favorite activity to do with your little one? If you currently don't have a little one, what would be your favorite activity? I need to slow down reading these. I'm fumbling all over myself here. What is your favorite activity to do with your little one? If you currently don't have a little one, what would be your favorite activity? Sorry if this was answered before. I love your videos, Zebby. Thank you so much. I like bath time. Bath time is fun. Bath time is cute. Making the bath nice and soapy and pretty and smelling good is fun. And being able to clean the little one, make sure they're all cleaned up and washed and, properly taken care of. It's just a very therapeutic thing. It's a great bonding experience. And then, of course, drying them off, taking them to the bedroom and putting them in, like, a fresh diaper. And I like that. I like that a lot. I think bath time is my favorite thing. Little Sal? Is it Sal or Cy? I'm going to say Sal. Little Sal 75. How did you discover the little community? Also do a flip. Front flip or a back flip? I'm kidding. How did you discover the little community? Well, admittedly, I wasn't 18 yet. I was pretty much maybe 14, 15. And I found a site I shouldn't have been on, right? It was an adult site. I lied about my age. Yeah, I know we've all done that. It's whatever. I didn't engage with anybody though, and like I wasn't looking for friends on there. I was just looking at pictures and stuff, whatever. Anyways, that's where I discovered the community. At that point, it was only a small server with like 300 people, or like website, I mean, not server, with like 300 people on it, like not many people at all. And I watched it grow over the years. And then when I finally got to like 18, I started writing stories, and I got a fan base from there. And then I started doing art, and I was terrible at art, but I did the art, and then I got better at art, and I got a little fan base from there too. So, and then I started doing audios, and here we are now today. Yeah. Okay. We have the next one. Dazzle1212. What is your favorite animal and why? Doggies, yeah. Because I've had dogs my whole life. It was zebras. I did like zebras at one point, but I just, I kind of fell out of love with zebras. I'm still the zebra guy, of course, but just like zebras in general, they're not very bright. It's just, and they like the neighing they do, the braying, I think it's called. It's like, it's like very loud and just not pleasant to listen to. Let's just say that. What's your favorite color and why? I answered this earlier. It's green and purple. What's your favorite holiday celebration? Halloween. If you could have a pet that you don't currently have, what would it be and why? I'd say a chinchilla. Chinchillas are so cute. Or like a sugar glider or something small and like a furry like creature like that. I don't know about a bird. I mean, a gray parrot would be nice, like a African gray parrot, the big, smart, intelligent ones. Like they're awesome, but also, me recording an audio and just hearing it squawking in the background would not be a pleasant experience to record around, nor would it be a pleasant experience for you guys to hear. And what's one really cool fact that that you like to tell people? A really cool fact. Oh man, I have to think about this one. Really cool fact. I don't have one off the top of my head that I like to tell people, like about myself maybe. Really crazy fact about me is I was once, unfortunately, held at gunpoint. That was fun. Yeah, a guy came into the convenience store I was working at and held a gun up to me, so that was fun. I lived. I'm here. I don't think it was a real gun. Pretty sure it was like a painted airsoft gun or something. It just had a funny, like, tip to it. I didn't realize that till after the fact that it happened. Like, I was in fear for a while. I'm like, oh my god, I almost died. And I'm like thinking back to it, I'm like, I probably wasn't gonna die that night either way. So, yeah. Sorry if that was a bit too much. I'm fine. Don't worry about me. This was over a decade ago now, and I'm pretty sure the guy's been caught. So it's whatever. Okay. Lynn McVeigh, I want to say it's Vay. I'm sorry. Lynn McVeigh, 1473. What inspired you into Little Space? Answered that earlier. I would say it was mainly just big concoction. Excuse me, big concoction of a lot of things. Writing, reading, just learning more about myself. I would say cartoons definitely had a big play in it. I always tell this one, but like Ed, Edd n Eddy had a weird episode where Johnny, the character Johnny, falls out of a tree in a diaper, and I was like, whoa, that's interesting, like what's that about? And he was all beat up and stuff, and it was just like a humiliating thing, and I'm like, oh, that's weirdly interesting to me, and I'm like not even 10 years old at that point, so yeah, cartoons, a bunch of nonsense, probably some trauma, who knows, just a big concoction of stuff got me into this community. Ah, we meet again. Alfie's Undying 9031. Do you have any stuffies? P.S. I got a lot of stuffies. I have well over 30 Pokemon plushes on my bed right now as we speak. There's several totes in the basement that has plushes filled with them. Yeah, I got a lot of stuffies. Next one. Abby Abby 1. I'm sorry. AAB. AAB1. Could you please make more little Zebby videos? They really help me express myself, and I'm not embarrassed in my little space. And not be embarrassed in my little space. Aww. I only make them when I'm feeling like partially little myself, which is rare. I gotta be in a certain mood for it, and usually when I do, I like to try and have some kind of theme to them. So like, I think one was like, Zebby's being bad or something, so he needs to be punished, or Zebby needs a bath, or Zebby's being fussy during a diaper change, or something like that. It all really depends on the situation and how I feel, but yes, I can definitely put more out for you eventually. It's just, honestly, it's a little embarrassing talking in that little voice to my own microphone in the privacy of my own bedroom, mind you, but also I've lived in a household filled with people, so I'm like, oh, I really hope they don't hear me and question it later, like, oh, we heard your baby talking to yourself. Yeah, not thrilled about that. But I'm happy, and it keeps you, helps you express yourself. I'm happy to hear that. Sapphic Princess 5044. Sarah Princess 5044. How tall are you? I am a short king. I am only 5'3". I am a short boy. Unfortunately, I got the short end of the stick, no pun intended. My dad is like 5'8", 5'9". My brother is like 5'10", around there. And I'm 5'3". I'm a short guy. My mom is 4'7". She's the shortest lady I know. Yeah. So I get her height mainly. Yeah, it's all right. I'm tiny. I'm adorable. You know, a lot of ladies want a 6 foot tall guy, but nah, I'm 5'. I'm 5'3". It's whatever. 9 inches shorter. Then it's whatever. It's okay. I live. All right. Enough about that voice. Moving on. Kylie Hansen 1203. Sorry if this has been answered before, but what spurred you to start making videos and audios? If you don't mind, how young is little Zebby? Thanks in advance. Yeah, I answered that first one before. Little Zebby I would say little ages like 0 to 4, in between there. But, little Zebby as a character is of age, they're just regressed. So their real age is my real age, which is 31, to be exact. But yeah, I would say 0 to 4, because that's how little I get when I regress. I get either, toddler level or baby or, what have you. Yeah, that's what I would say. Next one, Storyteller Miller 1931. A lot of these have 4 numbers after them. It's interesting. After each account name. First off, thank you for your audios. Thank you so much. What do you think of pet regression? I don't mind it. I'm not personally into it. I've played with littles through roleplay and stuff that have done pet-like things, like saying bark bark, woof woof. And I'll get into that with them, but personally it does nothing for me. I'm not personally into it, but I will participate in it for others' sake. Does that make sense? Yeah. That's what I would say to that one. Alright, continuing on. Disney Emily. Do you have any tips to hide little space? If I'm too deep, where can I only babble around family? Let me reread that again, I'm sorry. Do you have any tips to hide little space? If I'm too deep, or I can only babble around family. just don't speak, I guess. At that point, if you're only babbling around family, only do it around people that know and are okay with it and understand it. Because otherwise, you're going to run into a lot of complications, I would say. Unfortunately, yeah, you're going to have to just hide it, I would say. Next question. Roger from American Dad 2730. And again with 4 numbers. Is that something they recently started doing? That make you have your account with 4 numbers now? Huh. Okay. What are some ways you take care of your little when they are sick? They work from home. My CG is curious because he's new to it and I'm sick currently. Well, first of all, I am sorry to hear that you are sick. I hope you are feeling better by now. It's been 2 months now. So I hope so. But that's awful. How I would take care of a little one is if we're long distance, I would DoorDash them some soup or send them groceries like Gatorade, stuff like that, medicine if they need it, something to help them feel better and get better. And then I would get on them about taking the medicine and be like, hey, did you take your medicine yet? Because you're sick and I don't want you to be sick anymore. But yeah, that's what I would say. Yeah, I hope you feel better. I'm so sorry you're sick. I'm so sorry you were sick. And that's what I would say. Definitely blankets, heating pads, thermometer, keep on hand. Hot water bottle. Ice packs. Any kinds of aches and pains. A lot of tissues. Keep tissues on hand. If they're hot, keep a fan on them. Do whatever it takes to make them comfortable. Because, everyone gets sick, and being sick is not fun whatsoever. It's not. You go through hot flashes, you get sniffly, your throat hurts. Keep lozenges on hand too. I always have a bag of Halls right on my desk just in case my throat's sore, just to make sure my throat doesn't feel sore. That's what I would say. Little Sal 75. Again, here we go. Are you as majestic as your character? Well, Mal, I'm sure you are. No. Zebby's at least 15% better than me. At least. I envy Zebby. Even though I'm him. Yay, slay, hop, hop. Why did you delete some of your old diaper videos? Those were the best videos you make. Because YouTube. At one point, YouTube randomly just decided to strip me completely of my, monetization. No warning, no nothing. Didn't have any strikes on my channel. We're just oh, your content's too adult-friendly for YouTube. So, I deleted a bunch of videos that I thought were problematic. There was also one that people were just harassing me on, so I deleted that one too. I guess somebody made a TikTok about me, roasting me. Something. And I just had a bunch of troublemakers from that video coming onto that audio I made and just commenting oh, this is my 13th reason why, stuff like that, a bunch of terrible stuff. You should not just go telling people and saying oh, this is the reason I'm gonna kill myself. All right, buddy. It's not that deep. But that's why I deleted some videos. I got in contact with YouTube. Surprisingly, one of their team got on it immediately and undid it. And they were like, oh, you're good. Sorry about that. Within a day. And I got my monetization back. And it was a good chunk of money, too, that they were trying to take away from me. It was almost $200. I was like, Jesus, that's just gone now? Because, they just deem my channel inappropriate? There's warnings everywhere. What more can I do? I don't market to children anyways. It says 18 plus in the description. I don't understand. But that's why a lot of them were deleted. I'm trying to slowly trickle back some in there. Like I did a diaper one within the past couple months, and it did pretty well. So the content will come back in a different form. Of course, I also offer commissions as well. I'm not pushing them, but if people want to seek me out and like put in an order, it might take me a while to get to, but I do offer that. I also do have NSFW audios for sale, but they are only really through my Discord, and I don't really want to just openly sell them on here because, one, I feel like that's inappropriate to do that on YouTube. It definitely would be. Definitely would get me in trouble. And two, I want to make sure everyone gets verified age-wise before I sell them any content, because I don't want to be liable to selling, NSFW content to a potential underage person, because that would probably land me in some serious hot water. But at least I take the initiative and I card everybody when they come into my server, so I verify their age and make sure they're over 18. Over 21, I guess I should say at this point, since my age of consent is, or the age on my server is 21 plus now. But I'm sorry I deleted some, and hopefully they'll return over time. Cross Chara. What's your favorite video that you have done on your channel? I want to say Peekaboo, but I also really like the haunted teddy bear one. It was like Construct a Teddy Workshop or something. It was supposed to be making fun of like Build-A-Bear. And the teddy bear was haunted, and it said like, I'm going to beat you up in your sleep or something like that. It said something creepy. And I thought that was a really funny one. It's audios like that where I can be funny. Also, the swearing one's great. A lot of people like the swearing one, where I swear at the very end of it. Like, stuff like that. Those are my favorites, when I get to be silly, and I get to break the fourth wall. Sarah Princess 5044, what are your pet peeves? What are my pet peeves? I can't think of any off the top of my head. I'm sorry. People asking dumb questions that like should be obvious, and like people at my job especially, like not doing certain things that are very simple, or not listening to me when I give them advice, is just like annoying to me. Like, I don't want to give too much about where I work or what I do, but I'm higher up on the work totem pole, I guess. I'm a manager, so I have people under me, and sometimes they just can be very incompetent with some things, but that's neither here nor there. Anyways, continuing onward. What is your favorite video that you post? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't read your name. Unicorns Unite 4913. What's your favorite videos that you post? That was just answered 2 questions ago. So I would say like Peekaboo, stuff like that, like the silly videos. Beans Aviation 3967. What diaper brand is your favorite? Do you wear them 24/7? No, I don't wear them 24/7. I do like bunny hops, the pink and purple ones, and the blue ones. Cushies. I don't know if they still make cushies or cushies. Yeah, but those ones. I've also had peekaboos. Peekaboos are fun. I like peekaboos. Little cute, little animal characters on the front. Yeah, stuff like that. Those are my favorites. PJSKSII. PJ Skitsy. I butchered that. I'm so sorry. What is it like making ageplay ASMR? It's hit or miss. It's nice being able to give to the community and have a safe space for the community, but then you have a lot of parasocial relationships. people think, you're their daddy, and people will think you owe them something, and they'll try to get close to you, and then you don't want to be close to them, and next thing you know, they take it personally and try and destroy your reputation because they didn't get you. When in reality, you wanted nothing to do with them in the first place. They came to you first. Speaking of which, like, the one recent incident we had where the one girl was trying to accuse me of stuff that I didn't do and trying to frame me for stuff I didn't do. She at one point was just a parasocial crush, or a person that had a parasocial crush on me. Like, she thought I guess, owed her something. And because I rejected her, she just decided to snowball a whole situation, turn it into fire, and try to take me down over it because she didn't get what she wanted from me. And luckily, the whole community was on my side with that one. And I haven't gotten an apology, haven't heard anything from her at all. But I have so much evidence against her that if she even remotely tried to come back, I will absolutely put her in her place and probably sue her for defamation. Sorry, I'm going off on a tangent here, but it's not fun doing this sometimes. Like, it's risky and it's rewarding as well. The reward being, like, I've met so many good people from this, and I feel comfortable with a lot of people, but also it's a lot of just, like I said, parasocial crushes and relationships and people that want me, but they don't know the real me. They only know Zebby. They only know the character. Like, right now, you're getting the real me. You're getting a very authentic, not fake. I was not going to say fake, but just not necessarily a front, of a Zebby. You're not getting just Zebby. You're getting the real person behind Zebby answering these questions and telling you how this is from my point of view. Like, this isn't a roleplay audio. This is me being a person, which I think a lot of people forget, and that's the sad part, is people often forget that I'm a human being just like them. Next one, Sophie Cullen N1G. Alright. This might be kind of personal, so you don't have to answer whatsoever, but I'm just curious. I'm pretty sure you said that you're in a poly relationship at the moment, and if so, is it going well? I really hope so. It's a big leap, and there's a little space dynamic in it. I'm curious if you're doing these things IRL as well as online. So, I was poly with 3 different girls at one point last year, and it was working out pretty well until one of them took something I said and decided to turn it on me and make it into a war zone. And then I broke up with her because I felt like she wasn't mature enough to handle a relationship. And to be honest, I don't think she'll ever be mature enough to handle any kind of relationship. Like, she recently, got in contact with me again. I apologized, even though I didn't have to apologize. And then the next day she said, "Oh, I don't think I can ever forgive you for what you did." Like, turning it on me like I'm some kind of horrible monster, even though, like, I apologized very sincerely. And, like, what I did wasn't even remotely bad, but whatever. She's gone. She's out of my life. But the other 2, I'm only friends with one. The other one also kind of got weird with me, and we ended things. So I'm not really committed to anyone at the moment. I have friends that I go visit and see and have experiences with. And I have people that are interested in me here and there. And I have other people that I talk to. But right now, I think in this part of my life, I just want to have experiences, if that makes sense. But yeah, it went okay, but it's not something I really want to revisit right now. Sarah Princess 5044. When is your birthday? I don't necessarily want to tell you the exact day, but it's in September. Let's just say that. Yeah, for privacy's sake. Sarah, you asked a lot of questions. I see another one coming up. Um, Usagi Tsukino. I hope I said that right. 7281. Have you ever revealed your face? Yes, on my Discord server. And unfortunately, somebody took that photo of me um, and abused it and was trying to send it to other people, send my face to other people saying, like, oh, this is what he looks like. And when I removed her from my server and banned her, she was threatening to make a TikTok exposing the photo she had of me. So I don't do that anymore because people are very shitty. Let's just be honest. People are shitty. People ruin it for me. So, no, I'm not going to do that anymore. Sorry. Sorry for swearing. But that's just the way things are. Sarah Princess 5044. I knew I saw you again. What are your hobbies to do in little space? Just get babied. That's pretty much it. Just get babied, watch Bluey. Whoop, lost my place. Getting close to the bottom. Getting close. Almost there. Gonna hopefully make it under an hour. The mystical mirror. Have you been a good baby boy or a bad baby boy? A mix. A mix of both. Sometimes I like to be bratty. Sometimes I like punishments. But for the most part, I'm good. I like to be good. I like to obey. I like to serve. I like to do chores. I like to be praised. I like to be good. But I also can be bad. I'm a mix. Ashlyn F71? F7I? F7L? I can't tell what that is. Sorry. Alright. Ashlyn. What's the little in your audios besides little Zeddy? Zeddy? Zebby, I'm assuming you meant. Beside little Zebby's name. Do you mean like the listener? I asked a question here. What was that? Was that the same question? Do you mean the listener themselves? Alright, you never got back to me on that, so I'm assuming you mean the actual listener, which is you. The listener doesn't have a name. The listener is just you. Well, I guess, over 18-year-old representation is who I'm speaking to. Because that's the way I look at it. It's an adult in a little space environment. But yeah, they don't have a name necessarily. And little Zebby's just little me. Just Zebby. They don't have another name. Giselle Carmona. That's a cool name. LN8? I can't tell if they're L's, I's, or ones at this point. How old are you? I'm old. I'm 31. 31 years old, gonna be 32 in September. Sarah Princess 5044 again. Do you believe in God or the universe? Or the universe? I believe there's a universe. I mean, yeah, we're in a universe. I believe in God to a point, but I'm not overly religious. I'm not devout. I do believe. I would say I'm agnostic, though. I believe in a higher power, but I just don't follow any religion or anything, Like, not devoutly. That word. Yeah. Next one. Age regression. Face reveal, and hope this isn't personal. Do you have a little, and that's it. Bye-bye. Face reveal. No. Not gonna do that. Sorry. I'm not that personally attractive anyway, so it wouldn't be very impressive. Little. I have platonic ones. There's one girl in particular that I like. Not gonna name drop her, of course. But she's just very hit or miss when it comes to communicating. Like half the time I don't get to really talk to her. But, like, I don't know. She makes me feel happy. And she's very sweet. But other than that, no. Not really. Not a concrete relationship type deal, I guess. But I would like one, eventually. if I meet the right person and we click well. There's other people too that I've talked to. Not many people close by. The closest person I've met is 2 hours away. 2 hours of driving away to meet them. And as much as I would like to do that, it's a lot to take on. It's a very big toll to have that kind of relationship. And yeah. But that's pretty much it. Almost there, guys. 2 more questions. I think 2 more? Looks like just 2 more. Okay. What is your favorite color? I'm sorry, I didn't read your name. Blush Blossom G2Q. What is your favorite color? And if someone you know that was literally your whole world but told you they were going to end it, what would you do? What would you do? And can you please act it out as if you were told? As if we told you we wanted to end it. Yes, I'm struggling at the moment. Well, that's a bit of a heavy one. I got a little closer to my microphone, so maybe my audio quality got better, but I had to take a moment to think about that, to be honest with you. Because to be perfectly honest and reasonable, I don't know if I would be in the correct mental headspace myself to handle that, to be able to help somebody like that. And if it came very bluntly like that, I'd be like, all right, let me just get a breather. Hold on. Don't do anything. But I would stop them. I would do whatever it takes to stop them from doing it. And whatever you are going through, let me tell you something. The storm always passes, okay? There will always be a rainbow after the storm, and you will look back and wonder why you were even sad in the first place. Okay? So, times are tough. You gotta sometimes pick yourself up by your bootstraps, or whatever the saying is, and you gotta keep moving forward. Even if it feels hopeless, even if your support system currently sucks, there are people online that will help you, online therapy that will help you. It's even some vitamins here and there will boost your mood, believe it or not. If you live in a part of the world, and I know there's many right now that are going through a very cold climate, we are often sheltered inside. We are in the darkness. We are staying away from the cold. But you know what we're missing? We are missing the sunlight. Did you know that sunlight actually gives you vitamin D? Vitamin D can boost your mood, make you happy. Believe it or not, it can. And I'm not talking about heat. I'm talking about sunlight itself. And even then, listen, I'm not a therapist. I'm never going to sit here and claim to be one, okay? Because I'm not licensed. I've never been to school for it. I just do what I do because I can, and it helps. For the most part, I help people. So I just want to say that you'll get through it, okay? Just keep your chin up. Keep moving forward. When you have moments of weakness, just remember it's temporary. All this is temporary. It's not worth throwing your life over. Okay? I've been in dark spots. There have been times after like a breakup or something where I felt hopeless. I felt like literally driving my car off the road. But I didn't. It was just a thought that passed through my head. A very scary thought. It's like, oh, what if I drove my car into this lake? You know how many people would miss me? You know how many people would miss you? Your life is worth way more than you give yourself credit for. The people you've had in your life, the souls you've touched, you will absolutely be missed if you leave this world. You are here for a purpose, okay? Don't throw your life away. It's a bad day, not a bad life. And there will always be a rainbow after the storm. Okay? Keep your chin up. And I hope you're better now. I hope you're getting better now. And we have the last question here. Unicorns Unite 4913. What is your favorite video that you post? I answered this one already a couple times. Like the silly ones. The silly ones where I can be a different character or express myself in a different way or break the fourth wall or have a silly extra character in there. Something goofy. Like I like the witch one I did. That's another fun one I did. Where I got to rhyme. I made like a whole rhyming thing for that one. But I like those videos. I want to do more of those. I like doing more like stuff like that because it's honestly it's fun to be creative like that, you know? I believe that is all the questions. Let me just double check real quick because sometimes YouTube likes to do this thing where it won't give me all the questions. So let me just sort them by newest. See if they all are familiar to me. Yes. Yes, I recognize all these names. Just making sure I got everybody. Do you prefer being a daddy or a baby? By Sophie Cullen. I did not see that one earlier. A baby. Let me be honest, a baby. It's nice being taken care of. I like being both. That's that. I think, stupid and dumb things. I didn't get to your question here. If you wanted to travel to one place in the world, what would it be? If I want to travel to one place in the world, where I think you mean where would it be? It's fine. I got what you meant. I want to go to a different universe. I want to go see life on another planet. I know that's impossible, but I know you mean like the world itself. Rome, Italy. Just Europe in general. Places where it's not unsafe. I guess would be my answer. Just places where it's nice and just peaceful and you know, I can have a drink and enjoy the sun. It doesn't have to be extreme. Just clear blue waters and just a nice drink. It would be nice, you know, something like that. I think you were the last one. I don't see any more new ones. Sarah Princess 5044, you asked a lot of questions. Nothing wrong with that, but I just see like at least 6 here from you. I think that's it, guys. I think that's all the questions. I don't see any other ones that I might have missed. I apologize if I did miss any. I think that's everything. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope my answers were satisfactory. I'll try to get on to more content. Yeah. It's been difficult for me to get my mind back into things because of how some people have treated me on here. Let's be honest. Some people have made me feel like this is not a safe space for me. I don't even feel that way about my own Discord server half the time. That's why I've struggled to open it. Because it's like so many people have gotten pissed off with me because I didn't give them what they wanted. And instead of accepting things and moving on with their life, they've tried to ruin me. They've tried to start servers and invite people from my server to theirs and bash me. And I've got screenshots over the years of multiple people doing this. I've had people be parasocial with me, try to write love poems to me and weird things, and just very flattering at first, but then you're like, oh, that's kind of creepy. I had one girl even say something along the lines of she wanted to move to my state to lose her virginity to me, which I was like, no, absolutely not. No. That was like a huge red flag for me. And I'm like, no. You could stay 3,000 miles away from me, or wherever the heck you live. I'm good. Sorry if that was TMI. I'm not gonna say anymore. But there's been a lot. There's been a lot of drama and like unnecessary things that I don't need in my life. Part of me just wants to just make audios at this point and just not really engage with people as much. I know that might be hurtful for some of you to hear, since a lot of you love to interact with me and love it when I respond. But it's just, people have ruined it for me. They've ruined it. They've made me feel unsafe. And hopefully one day I will feel more confident about things. But as it stands now, I'm just kind of just doing my own thing and living my life and just trying to save money and working and just trying to be happy, essentially. And I hope the rest of you are happy. I hope the rest of you are doing well and you are safe. And I know 99% of the people here are not malicious towards me, and they love me and they adore me and they know who I am and they know what I'm about. And they know I'm not some kind of creep or predator, as the one girl tried to claim I was. So thank you for that. Thank you for the support and the love. And it's just an ugly world we live in, where people literally will say things like this about you around the people that care about you and trying to pass it off as fact. And I hope one day she wakes up. I hope one day they all wake up, the ones that have hurt me, and they realize how terrible they were to somebody who was good to them. But you know what? That won't happen, because people are very selfish. People are very stuck in their ways. And people just straight up cannot take accountability for anything. For anything. They'll blame you for everything you do. Had one girl recently, didn't answer her most of the day. Was one girl I was talking to. Literally was claiming she was joking, but she was like saying things like, oh, all men are heartless. You don't care about me, stuff like that. And you know what? I took serious offense to that. And I took way serious offense to that, because I know who I am, I know what I'm about, and I'm certainly not some heartless monster. And I told her off about it. And we haven't spoken in a while. And she apologized profusely, but then she tried to turn it on me a couple times, saying, like, oh, I've been crying so much because of this. It's like, well, you shouldn't have said that to me. You shouldn't have been a rude person. Let's just be honest. Rude. So, without sounding like a broken record, I'm just going to end this video. I will start making content again regularly. No more complaining from here on out. I mean, if I have something to complain about, I'm sure you guys are going to hear about it, but I'm going to try to restrain from doing that, because it's not fair. You guys aren't my therapist. You guys don't need to be involved in every little thing that happens in my life, but at this point in my life, I don't want to deal with it anymore personally, so I'm just going to start distancing myself from things. But y'all take care. Have a great day. I love you. Stay safe. Stay warm. And look forward to the next one. All right. Bye.